Super Eagles friendly matches against Venezuela and Colombia scheduled to be played in the U.S. Next month have been cancelled. This is because Nigeria will be taking part in the African playoffs ahead of the 2026 World Cup. The dates for the friendlies clash with the playoff fixtures in Morocco, and the Eagles were to play Venezuela on November 14 in Houston and Colombia on November 18 in New York. So the friendlies have been cancelled so that the Super Eagles of Nigeria can concentrate on the playoff. Good approach?
Good approach, good approach. But even though it's not in the best the best interest of Nigeria that we are playing playoffs at the moment, and which anything could happen, you know. So, but I think that it's a good approach for them. But the team also needs one or two, maybe, I don't know, but there will be no international break before then. So, but I think the team needs a kind of a preliminary match preparation for that playoff so that they can get them up to speed. And
the playoff is next month, November. Do they still need to play any? What if some of the players get injured? You know, so you really have to be careful. For me, I think it's a good idea cancelling the friendlies so that they can channel their energy to the playoff.
I feel like I'm always skeptical, like I said, about playoff. Playoff, any works with little details, any small details, little details, your act. You might be the best team in playoff, but because the energy is always high, the intensity is always high from the other opposition, any small mistake you're out. So I feel like we need more togetherness, we need more cohesion to make sure that we put our hands in order to make sure that we qualify. So I think if it is possible, the NFF can schedule a preliminary match, even if it's one before.
You know, I'm afraid so that the player will not get injured. What if Osimhen gets injured in the preliminary game?
The preliminary game is just like a light off, you know, it's soft, but it's just like to bring that spirit of togetherness together, like just to, like people just come from their various clubs and they just go into the playoff.
Let us see how it goes, but I think it's a good decision cancelling these friendlies so that we can concentrate, you know, on the playoff. All right, at least in the couple of games, we're seeing a little bit of synergy because you were saying the same in the team under Eric Chell. So, in fact, they have a lot of games to play. The playoff is November, and of course, the African Cup of Nations comes up in December. So these players, for me, have to be fit. They have a lot of games to play.
The African Cup of Nations will mean nothing if we don't qualify. For me, if we don't qualify from the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to reserve our energy and make sure our players are fit heading down, you know, to these games.